Okay, this is kind of whistle blowing on my part. A little whistle blowing, if that's the right term. It angers me so much that Providence Health and Services, Providence Healthcare, which is a huge national chain of hospitals and medical centers, caring for people and medical care. This is a healthcare organization, can do what they have been doing to employees. I'm just one of many victims at the office in Seattle. It was Swedish Medical Group. It was once a very good company, but it has done a major nosedive since Providence took it over. I drive for Uber, and I've had a nurse in my car tell me that it's not just at the business office level, it's at the hospital level too. Apparently they're cutting corners and they're letting go staff. There's been layoffs. They're just looking for reasons to fire people. So yeah, the quality of care, which is sad because Swedish has a reputation for quality in this state. It's highly regarded for its quality. It's going down because of this merger with Providence, which in my opinion does not stand for quality. It's all about the money. It's all about in so many ways. But anyway, I got a letter today which kind of brought everything back. And I'm still a little bit reeling about this letter. I was on FMLA for the anxiety and depression that I had quite a bit of even last year. In October 2013, October 15th to be exact, almost a year ago, I was fired for symptoms directly related to the disability that I was on, that they knew I was on. I was on active intermittent leave, meaning I had to go every couple months to see my doctor and get re-evaluated, and he had to fill out forms. I had to dish out the little $15 co-payment every time I went, and take time off, and some of it wasn't paid because I had used up all my extended illness benefit. So I was, a lot of the times I was not getting paid for having missed hours of work. So anyway, I was on FMLA, and I was up to date on my papers. In fact, I had gone to the doctor maybe a month or two before I was fired in October. The events that led to my termination, I had two supervisors back to back that had very abrasive styles, and they caused me to be very anxious and very, very stressed and basically feel unsafe. And twice I left a supervisor's office to avoid having a meltdown right in front of them. When you're at work, you want to do your best, especially when it's a new supervisor. You want to do your best to impress them. You don't want to show them, that you're a complete mental case. So twice I left an office in a hasty retreat to avoid having an anxiety attack, a full-fledged panic attack in front of my supervisors. The first time it happened, I was written up for insubordination. I believe I tried to explain when I was given the warning that I have, anxiety, and that I was anxious, and I was trying to avoid having an embarrassing scene in front of my supervisor, which is why I left. The second time, I was written up for insubordination. This was the other supervisor that I really think they hired as a little pit bull to get rid of people, because that's what she's been doing since I no longer work there. Lots of other heads have rolled because of this supervisor and the manager that pulls her strings. In fact, I really think Providence brought this manager in for the specific reason of getting rid of people. But I digress. Anyway, same thing happened with her, And she was so horrible that I went straight to HR, because, I'm on FMLA, and kind of the idea is here, this is what I needed, this is what I need to do my job, this is what I need to be able to function and as a productive employee. This is what I need. When you have a disability and your employer knows it, part of their job is to make your work area, modify your work area, your workspace, so you're still able to do your job and still have a job. And one of the things I asked for, was to change my desk. Put me anywhere else. I don't care. Demote me if you have to. I sat in the same desk for 11 years, and it was a stressor for me because it reminded me of bad things that had happened to me. But also, when I had my first run-in with this supervisor who caused me just major anxiety, I went straight to human resources and I said, I can't work with this person. Give me a different supervisor. Again, trying to express what I needed, what changes I needed to be able to continue to do my job despite my illness. It wasn't more than maybe a week later that I was fired. They called me in. They used those two instances, the 2 times that I ran from the office to avoid being humiliated, as grounds for my termination. I was told I was being insubordinate, and I was fired for it. I was fired for having anxiety attacks at work. So yeah, I did actually file with the Equal Opportunity, or EEOC, Equal Opportunity. I'm trying to figure out the EEOC, what it means. I filed. So that's all kind of behind me. But now, today, I get this letter from Sedgwick Claims Management Services. Closure of leave. Now, I was fired last October. Okay. Technically, my intermittent leave, they didn't bother to apparently tell these people, didn't actually end until August 26, 2014. I am writing in reference to the intermittent leave you requested to care for yourself for absences related to a serious health condition. According to our records, your approved leave ended on August 26, 2014. As we have not received a request for extension beyond August 26, 2014, your leave will be closed. We, together with Providence Health and Services, are here to support you while you are on your leave of absence. If you need consideration for restrictions or accommodations, please follow up with your HR contact for further support. Providence Health and Services will continue your active benefits as required by law. Continuation of benefits does not provide job protection. I guess they think I still work there, which is subject to federal or state law, and in some cases a collective bargaining agreement. The period in which your medical, dental, and/or vision benefits continue, I haven't had those since last October, depends on your specific circumstances, but cannot exceed 6 months should your absence extend this long. Once your employer-sponsored health benefits end, the opportunity to elect COBRA will be extended by the COBRA administrator. For more information about your health benefits, including COBRA, please refer to the Benefits While on Leaves document, available in Employee Self-Service, or contact the HR Service Center. Please refer to the enclosed Benefits While on Leave brochure for information concerning your leave and pay, benefit coverage, payroll deduction, and return to work while on leave. If you have questions regarding this notice or the circumstances of your leave change, please contact me at the number listed below. Isn't it special? I especially love the We, together with Providence Health and Services, are here to support you while you are on your leave of absence. If you need consideration for restrictions or accommodations, please follow up with your HR contact for further support. Funny thing, going to HR and expressing my need for accommodation got me fired. Having panic attacks at work got me fired. And I'm not the only one. There's like 9 people in a row, or pretty close to in a row, that were on FMLA for various reasons. They're fired. I can name at least 2 people who were literally harassed and bullied, who had been there long term, like 28 to 30 years, who had obviously been exemplary employees for being there for that long. Obviously they were doing something right. But they were bullied and harassed and told they didn't know what they were doing. And one of them, well, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to. Anyway, the point is they're not there anymore. They were bullied and harassed, and to the point one of them quit and the other one did finally get fired. 28 to 30 years of employment. You know, if I was an employer and I had somebody working for me for 28 to 30 years, I would treat them with gratitude and appreciation and respect. And I would definitely have some consideration for their dignity as human beings. I have not even this much. I have no respect for this company. Providence does not give a flying fuck about people. My theory is they don't pay as much as Swedish, and they're getting rid of people that they don't want to pay. People who've been there longer than just a year. People who have seniority. People who are used to getting paid more. People who are going to be too much complainers about all the reductions of everything. Or just, out with the old and with the new. But for me, I was fired because I was ill. I was fired because I had symptoms of an illness at work, an illness that I could not control. It wasn't my fault that I had this illness. I had fully intended to work at this company until I retired. I did not want to be 50 years old having to job hunt. And I am not the only one that was put in this horrible position. I'm not the only one that this company has fucked over. So yeah, I thought that it should be said. I don't know what's going to happen with me or my thing with EEOC. I don't know. I just filed the complaint because I thought somebody needed to know what this company is doing to human beings, to people, to their employees, to the quality of their care that they provide. I think it needed to be said. Even if it is just a YouTube video, I felt like something needed to be said. This is a joke. This company that handled my disability, my FMLA, didn't even know that they don't know that I wasn't working there. I haven't been working there for almost a year. They didn't even know. Oh, but Providence cares and they want to be so supportive. All I need to do is go to my HR that really cares so much. Yeah, I know of at least one person who's filing a lawsuit. And the sad thing is they're such a big company that a lawsuit, nothing's going to hurt them. Nothing's going to make them look twice or reevaluate how they treat their employees. Nothing. They're too big. They're not going to care about some stupid little lawsuit. It's no skin off their nose. But they hurt people. And it's wrong. So my thought is, if you're in some other state or in your Washington state and there's some other hospital that you can go to, you know, you're going to get better care. You're going to get employees that are happier, people caring for you that are a lot happier. So anyway, I got this letter and it just angered me so much. It just made me want to say something. So yeah, Providence. What a wonderful company. And you know what's really funny? Christian. Yeah.